Hi, this is August, and this video review is on the WWF Raw from, wrong page, from the WWF SmackDown from January 3rd, 2002. Today's recording day is January 7th, 2022. It is now 10:18 p.m. I was supposed to record this a couple of days ago. I'm just getting around to it now. It was live from the MCI Center in Washington, D.C. The announcers were Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler. It's the 20th anniversary of this SmackDown, which passed by, which just passed a little over 3 days ago. Yeah. So, let me just put something on my lips and try again. Okay. So, let's get to the review. I finished watching this SmackDown on the WWE Network. It would have been on the 2nd of January I got there, but I wrote down the results just yesterday, so that was 5 days ago. The opening match on this SmackDown in the new year, the first one of the new year for 2002, was the Dudley Boys defending the WWF Tag Team titles against Spike Dudley and Taz. But the Dudley Boys won by pinfall when Bubba Ray Dudley pinned Spike Dudley. And then there's an interview backstage. Lillian Garcia interviews Jazz, which was uncomfortable for... One second. Which was uncomfortable for Lillian Garcia. And then there's a promo in the ring. Mr. McMahon shows off his authority. Match number 2 was Mighty Molly versus Jazz. Jazz won by pinfall. Yeah, Jazz won by pinfall. Then there's a promo backstage. Stephanie McMahon tries to enter the building. And then there's a promo backstage. There's a bunch of these funny segments involving Stephanie McMahon, by the way. Then there's a promo backstage. Chris Jericho gives gifts to fellow Canadians. Let's see. Then there's an interview backstage. Undertaker plans to teach Big Show respect. Let me just check this. It's not too bad. The paint's gone. Then there's a promo backstage. Test gives Tori Wilson a present. It was the gift that Jericho gave to him and the other two guys, who was a Christian and Lance Storm. It turned out to be a Y2J shirt. He said it was a thought that counts. And he tries to hit on Tori Wilson. But Tori has a boyfriend called Tajiri. And then Test is upset about that and wants to face him in the ring, and he was disgusted that she turned down his offer. And then Tori Wilson said, "What a jerk," and it was pretty accurate about Test during this time. Now, match number 3 was Big Show challenging Undertaker, who was a heel at this point, with the short hair and his biker gimmick, for the WWF Hardcore title. I guess when the Hardcore title still meant something, compared to the awful garbage 24/7 title in WWE today. Undertaker won by submission with his new submission hold called the TCB. Yeah, I had to think about it for a second. That's what it was called. The taking care of business. Then match number 4 was Kurt Angle and Chris Jericho versus Edge and RVD in a tag team match. Kurt Angle and Chris Jericho won by pinfall when Jericho pinned Edge after Kurt Angle helped him out. Then there was a promo backstage. Arn Anderson tells Ric Flair about earlier. Oh yeah, that's right. Mr. McMahon shows off his authority. I'll find that segment. It involved Stone Cold as well, and Mr. McMahon being annoyed by the crowd's the what chants when it was at its height here. Yeah, Big Boss Man and Booker T, I think, were involved in that beatdown of Stone Cold in that segment too. I'll look for it on YouTube when I'm done with this video. With this video review. Let's see. Where was I? Then there's a promo in the ring. Ric Flair addresses Mr. McMahon's actions. Match number 5 was Tajiri versus Test. Test won by pinfall, and then there's a promo backstage. Mr. McMahon talks with Big Boss Man. There's an interview backstage. The Rock addresses Booker T. And then the main event match number 6, was Booker T versus The Rock in the number 1 contenders match for a shot at the Undisputed WWF Championship at the Royal Rumble. But The Rock eventually somehow won by pinfall, and is the new number 1 contender for the WWF, the Undisputed WWF Championship against Chris Jericho at the Royal Rumble. So I thought this was a decent SmackDown to kick off the new year for 2002. I thought the opening match was good. The second match was decent for what it was. The third match was a good match, considering the Big Show's lack of agility, I would put it as. Tag team match was great. Match number 5, that was a decent match. And then match number 6 was an excellent main event. So overall, I would grade this SmackDown a solid B, but it's very, very close to becoming an A. So not a B plus, but it's close to becoming an A. So let me just write that. B close to an A. I thought the best matches on this show were the opening match, so this match, and then match number 3 was a very good match, and then the main event itself. So I would probably score this about an 8.5 out of 10 for this SmackDown. So yeah, that's that video. That's my video review of the January 3rd, 2002 edition of the WWF SmackDown. That was live in Washington DC. So let me know what you thought about the video review in the comment section below. Like my video and subscribe to my channel. Alright, so the next video I'm going to be reviewing will be, let me see, where have I got it? This one. The top 10 Asuka matches in her whole NXT run from 2015 to 2017. Her debut was September 23rd, 2015. Her first match was at a takeover October 7th, 2015, and her whole run lasted until technically August 24th, 2017, but it was aired on September 6th, 2017. So yeah, that'll be the next video I'll cover, and then I'll do the what's the one after that? The January 7th, 2002 WWF Raw. That will be recorded after the other video, and then that will be scheduled. I'll probably upload that for tomorrow morning. But yeah, this has been Ogres. Peace out.